and nutrients will reduce the likelihood of side effects and toxicity from the medicine. So even though this runs exactly 180 degrees opposite from what the doctors will tell you, they'll tell you don't take nutrients with medicines, and they'll tell you don't take nutrients when you're in the hospital, and they'll tell you don't take nutrients when you're having a surgical procedure. My girlfriend had LASIK a couple of years ago. They told her not to take vitamin C and not to take vitamin E with the LASIK. This is what eye doctors tell people, because you heal too fast, and they don't want you to heal too fast. Well, I'm telling you, that's just boneheaded, nonsensical, ignoramus medical advice. Ignorant medical advice. If your doctor told you ever not to take nutrition or in any way, shape, or form, he's an ignoramus of the highest degree. Nutrients are not optional. They're essential. Essential means you better have them or you're in big trouble. And for a healthcare professional to tell a patient who's sick already, who's compromised already, who's undergoing some kind of major stressor like a surgical procedure to not take nutrients is borderline criminal. I'll give them the benefit of the doubt and tell you that they're ignorant, but it really is borderline criminal, because these things are absolutely vital, not just to the healing process, but to the living process, to the ability of the body to help to provide the body with the ability to do its work. Always use nutrition with medication. My opinion, just my opinion as a pharmacist, somebody who's been studying nutrition for 30 years, always take nutrients with your medicines. Always, always, always. And if you're using some ultimate dramatic poison like chemotherapy or a blood thinner, change the dose on your medicines, for crying out loud, before you don't take nutritional supplements. If you have to raise the dose on the medicine, which is not a good idea either, do that. But don't avoid vitamin E, and don't avoid zinc, and don't avoid vitamin C like the eye doctors tell people when they have LASIK surgery. These things are essential, and to have any healthcare professional who should know better tell people not to take nutrients is just absolutely ignorant and indeed borderline criminal. And I'm sorry if I got a little harsh on any of your favorite medical professionals, but that's just my opinion. Does that help you, Shola?
Yes. Could I run the medicine that she's on?
Sure.
Because Dr. Wallach had told me to give her brain and heart. She has congestive heart failure.
Okay.
And she's in the rehab right now. But
you want to run her medications by me? I got a couple minutes, Shola, and I got a couple calls I want to get to. So tell me what she's on.
Okay, she's on Pepcid, 200 milligram.
Okay, Pepcid yeah.
Amiodarone,
okay.
200 milligram.
Okay.
Aspirin.
Okay.
And I think another one is Bidil.
I'm sorry, say that the last one again. I didn't hear it.
I think it's BIDL.
BIDL?
Yes.
Beetle. I never heard of beetle. I don't know what that is. But let me go over these other ones real quick. Amiodarone is for heart arrhythmias, to keep the heart in rhythm. Aspirin is a blood thinner. And I forgot what the first one you said. What was the first drug you said?
Pepcid.
Pepcid for her belly. All right. The worst one is the amiodarone. They're all nasty, but aspirin's probably the mildest. Here's what you want to do. Amiodarone is a...
There's Correct. There's Colace.
She's on a bunch. She reminds me of these patients that were in the nursing homes. When I used to work in nursing homes and hospitals, they just put them on these laundry lists of medications. Listen, guys, every single medicine you take puts an added burden on the body. Every single drug has to be processed by the body's poison control system. Every single drug you're on means that your body is burning through nutrition in order to process these things. Amiodarone is particularly toxic. They're all nasty, but amiodarone is particularly toxic. Here's what you need to do. Number one, she needs to fix her diet around. That means staying away from anything that spikes blood sugar and insulin, and anything that messes up her digestive system. If I was your mom, I would be doing only liquids for a while, giving my digestive system a break, especially bone soup and the Beyond Tangy Tangerine. I'd be staying as far away as I could from fruit juice and bread and pasta and tacos and burritos and rice and pasta, noodles, and anything that messes up her blood sugar. Desserts, of course, that goes without saying. Anything that messes up her blood sugar is going to cause problems with the heart, is going to exacerbate arrhythmias, and all your doctor's going to do is give her more amiodarone, which is an absolutely horrific, nasty drug. Google it. Google Medline and amiodarone. Don't take my word for it. It's awful. Arrhythmias are caused by an electrical conductivity issue. The heart is an electrical system, and the electricity is messed up, usually because of toxicity, nutritional deficiencies, as well as immune problems and respiratory problems, oxygenation. Deep breathing, I think I might have told you that before, is also very helpful for her. If you want just a couple quick nutritional supplements for the heart that can protect her, make sure she's getting enough B vitamins and vitamin C. And of course, that means the Beyond Tangy Tangerine. The BTT is going to be her best friend. I appreciate your call, Shoal. I got to move on. I want to see if I can get a couple more calls in here. Linda in Ohio, what is going on? Welcome to the bright side.
Hi. Basically, I would think it would be blood poisoning that'd be the issue. My son developed blisters on his finger. I thought it was an injury.
How did he get?
He went to the doctor. I don't think it was an injury. He went to the doctor. The doctor said it was probably a herpetic whitlow.
Does he have any other symptoms? Anything else going on? That's
fever,
really.
And then he had fever. Then he had a golf ball size couple areas on his arm and red streaks going up his hand, up his arm, very red. He's on three.
We're just at, ma'am, we're out of time, and let me just tell you a couple ideas real quick, okay? Blood poisoning, technically they call it sepsis, S-E-P-S-I-S, is a serious problem, serious medical condition, and the only question we need to ask is what has gotten into the blood. Now, sepsis occurs, like all diseases, occur in a gradual form, and most doctors will tell you by the time you have sepsis, you got big problems, but sepsis occurs gradually, and he could be not in the final or end stages of sepsis, but in the beginning stages of sepsis. Blood becomes poison unless you're injecting something directly in the blood. Blood becomes poison through the digestive system. We're just flat out of time. I hope you'll call me tomorrow and we can continue this discussion. That's all the time we have for today. Thanks so much for listening, folks. I'm Pharmacist Ben. We'll talk to y'all later. Bye for now.
We the people grow cotton, weave fabric, engrave ink, embed strips and fibers to protect from counterfeit, then carting to a private bank, having it lent back at interest, forcing taxes to service debt. This capitalism, or was Jefferson correct when stating a central bank issuing the public currency is a greater menace to the liberties of the people than a standing army? Ted Anderson, I'm placing a free silver dollar in a book that explains our monetary system. Call for your copy, 800-686-2237. It's time to understand the system. Call 800-686-2237. That's 800-686-2237.
Attention listeners, SurvivalLife.com is giving away free EverStrike permanent matches for a limited time only. These matches are waterproof and will light in any weather condition, rain, snow, or sleet. It will still throw a spark. Its built-in ferro rod strikes at 3,000 degrees, and it is good for 15,000 strikes. Normally, $15. Today, it's free. Get yours at freesurvivalmatch.com. That's freesurvivalmatch.com. Hurry, supplies are limited. Visit freesurvivalmatch.com today.
If the IRS has garnished your paycheck or seized money from your bank account, you need to get professional tax help now. Fast action is required to put a halt to these aggressive IRS collection tactics. You can count on the knowledgeable team of tax professionals at Wall & Associates. With over 30 years of experience, Wall & Associates has settled the tax problems of thousands of taxpayers for a small fraction of what they owed. For a free face-to-face consultation, call 1-800-425-4610 to put a wall between you and the IRS. 1-800-425-4610 or look for us on the web at wallandassociates.net. We solve tax problems. If you hire Wall & Associates today, you'll never have to talk to the IRS again. To stop the levies and seizures today, take action now. Call Wall & Associates at 1-800-425-4610. Wall & Associates. 1-800-425-4610.